Hello. It begins again. It's been a while. It's been, what, a couple weeks? I think the last time we played was earlier this month, so it has been a while. Let me see. Hello. Welcome to the show. Just waiting for the game to start. There we go. We're just gonna kind of hit the ground running, you know? Or as much as we can. Is the audio working? Oh, I must have just had things turned down. Let me know if you can hear the game well enough. I had my audio turned down on my headset, so I couldn't really hear what was going on. Yeah. Oh! It's 4 o'clock, so the food dish, the automatic cat feeder, went off. So Mr. Kitty had to go and get some food. I forgot that was a 4 o'clock thing. Alright, so since last we played, I have installed a couple of mods.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Hello.
Hey, you want to play a game?
I can't stop to play games right now.
Figures. You elders are always so boring.
Okay, bye. Oh, hey! It's her dad. How you doing?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
Anyway, I've installed a couple of mods. One of which is a mod that changes the perks in the game. And because of that, I had to, like, reset a couple of skills because I had some perks invested in them and they didn't translate over after I installed the overhaul. So that's why these couple of skills have the legendary symbol next to them. I basically used a console command to level them up to 100, and then I dropped them back down to the level that it was at. But that means I also lost a lot of XP for them, so I don't know why I didn't lose any for smithing, though. That's weird. Whatever. Luce will be here soon. Cool! I know there's one other perk that I installed, but I could have swore there was 3 perks total. Whatever. Or not perks, mods total that I installed. The other mod that I installed... Oh, we have no books. The other mod that I installed is a little mod that adds audiobooks. So it automatically reads books that we find out in the world for us. And we could just, you know, have that going and listen to some lore in the background. Or, of course, I can, you know, cancel that out if we don't like that and just read it myself, or just not read entirely. Got Heimskir. We have a quest from Fralia, Golden Claw, talk to the Jarl of Whiterun, and we got a couple of miscellaneous quests. One of which is to speak with the leaders of the companions, another is to get a mammoth tusk to Ysolda. Find Armorn's family sword and join the Stormcloaks. And I will be joining the Stormcloaks eventually. But right now, in spite of the fact that we just saw a dragon show up and burn down an entire town and save us from the headsman's block, we're gonna go join the guild here. We're gonna help out the companions.
Those two at it again. Strike when the shoulders are.
This should be
He's
good.
giving you openings. Come on! Get him, son of a...
This is the most limp-wristed fist fight I have seen. Okay, we're just... Oh, holy shit! She just exploded a bunch of blood out of... Oh my god! beat his ass! Holy shit! Look at all that blood splatter over there. Why isn't it getting on the floor? Oh, yep, that was about what I expected, considering just how much he spilled. Alright, so we gotta go talk to Codlac to join the companions. Ugh.
What's on your mind?
Who's in charge around here?
The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skewer, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Codlac advises them, but he doesn't really give orders.
So,
Farewell.
there's some interesting things about the companions. I like the guild overall theme-wise. Like, I like the building that we're in. It's like I want to say it's like a turned-over Viking ship. Let me go out front. I want to say it's like the flipped-over hull of a ship or something. But I could be wrong about that. Yeah, it kind of looks like a ship, you see? And they turned it into a longhouse from, you know, centuries, thousands of years, I want to say, even, ago. And they're like these strong, powerful Nord warriors, and they, you know, go and they help people, and they fight, and all that sort of stuff. But the writing of this quest line is ass, and the writing for how they set up, like, the actual faction itself is kind of ass. Because that lady just told us that, like, I want to say we asked who's in charge, right? Well, the Circle hands out the jobs, but nobody's actually in charge. Codlac just advises, so they don't have anyone who's actually in charge here.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me.
Come on. I hate that. I need to... Now I remember. I was going to get another mod called Block Steel. So you see I have this mod that makes it so that when I'm looking at things, it'll automatically snap to it and I can press a button and activate it. However, all of this shit, none of it belongs to me. So if I were to activate any of it, I just automatically pick it up and I'm counted as stealing.
But I still hear
Our character is not a
the
thief.
call of the blood.
We all do.
So, like, I'm sitting here, and I just want to look at Codlac and talk to him, but I end up picking up his fucking goblet.
My brother and I, obviously.
A stranger
I don't know if the
comes
rest
to our
will go
home.
along quite so easily.
I would like to join the companions. Where do you stand in the war? Why did you join? I'd like to join.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy?
I can handle myself. You dare question my skill. I have much to learn. How do you think our character would answer? Do you think he'd be brash and full of himself, or would you think that he's, you know, willing and able to learn more? He wants to be better. Or perhaps, you know, he knows how to get the job done. I'm thinking he's kind of a dick. Who's a little full of himself. So I'm gonna say, you dare question my skill.
Calm down there, whelp. Don't feel like you need to show off for our sake. Vilkas here will be the one testing your mettle. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Okay, let's go. You gonna go? There we go. Now, there will be a couple of times throughout this quest line where we get different options for what we want to say in a conversation. They don't really matter. Like, right there, I could have chosen to be, you know, more humble or, you know, what have you. I chose to be a dick. It does not matter. Because, like, all it does is serve to get us from point A to point B in the quest line. It just serves to push the quest line further. It changes how they react to you in that conversation, so they'll, you know, like as an example, Kodlak told us to calm down. But realistically, that's not going to come up again that I was a dick to him. Or that I was, you know, acting full of myself. That's just, it's literally not going to come up again.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Alright.
How's the newcomer?
Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you.
Yeah, fuck
Here's
you.
my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
You will not be saying that for long. So anyway, you'll note that I swung at his shield a total of 1 time and he immediately backed down. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. Because literally every other time that I fight him, I'm using like a one-handed weapon and I have to swing a couple of times and I don't use a power attack. But one power attack from this axe was enough to break his shield.
What brings you here?
Vilcus sent me with his sword.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
Does Vilcus always send newcomers on errands?
Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the companions.
You'll note that he reaffirmed the fact that there are no leaders in the companions. Someone has to be in charge, though.
Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own. Every woman, her own.
I'll need to be going.
I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
Didn't you just tell me not to be a servant?
This isn't a command, just decency. Help out an old blacksmith. I've got to get back to my work.
That's okay, and I didn't even get a choice to say no. Whatever. So we've got Aela's shield, and we're gonna go talk to her very shortly. Again, I do like the vibes of this group, though. I do like, you know... Is that a fucking glass hammer? Oh, it's just a decoration. Okay. I do like Jorvaskr. It's a cool place. And some people don't like the wolf armor. I'm kind of hit or miss with it. I think it looks cool in certain settings, and there are some mods to make it a little bit better. But I think we're gonna wear it for a while once we actually get higher up in the companions and have access to it. Oh. There we go. Had it set to the wrong quest.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
I have your shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Good to see you made it up here.
You know this one? I saw him training in the yard with Vilcus.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilcus catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilcus in a real fight?
I don't care for boasting, or I would kill him before he drew his sword. Yes. That is exactly the kind of dickhead we're playing right now.
Whoa, ease up there. We're rough, but there's no need to kill a shield brother over a dispute.
I like your fire, though. You'll make a fierce companion. Let us hunt together sometime.
Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head. Ysgramor himself
Farkas.
wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here.
Did you call me?
Until next... Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me.
All these younglings scampering around.
Worried one of
This
these
is the
girls-
wolf
Alright,
armor,
I'll
by
like
the
to
way.
tease
It's
me,
what
but they're good
Farkas
people.
here is using.
They challenge us to be our best.
What then?
Nice to have a new
They might
face
get
around.
themselves
It
killed.
gets boring here
By
sometimes.
you?
I hope we
They
keep
should
you.
be used.
This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle.
What kind of trouble should I expect?
Bloodsuckers. Vampires. Take every precaution. One bite and you could end up as one of them.
Oof. I'll take care of it.
Excellent. Show them no mercy.
We're getting the vampire hate right off the whip with the warrior faction.
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts.
No. There we go. So this is the bunk room. This is where all the companions sleep. Like a real life tour. That'd be awesome. It'd be a nice place to take a look at, I think, in real life. So, Farkas there told us that, you know, we gotta take jobs from him and Vilkas for the time being. And once we, you know, get a little bit more of a name for ourselves, then we can actually start talking to Skjor or Ayala. So I guess, you know, we're gonna have a long journey here. We've got to really build up our credibility in the companions, right? We gotta go on many quests, hunt many enemies, and defeat many foes. So let's get after that. Kill the leader in Broken Fang Cave. Oh shit. Okay, so I kind of recall that being a bit of a bitch to do right off the rip for such a new character as ours. So we're gonna wait on that, and we're gonna go find Amren's family shield, or sword, I mean. White River Watch. And there's actually a good reason to go there. I want to say there is an enchanted pair of gauntlets there. Steel gauntlets that'll give us a bonus to our two-handed damage. So we actually do want to go there.
Aren't they? I always set some aside for myself when the traders bring them up from the south.
I gotta keep an eye out for Amren's wife, because I remember I talked a lot of shit the last time we played, and I said, you know, she's stupid. She doesn't want her mercenary husband to have his sword back, even though that's how he puts food on the table. But I forgot, since the last time I had played this game a bunch and actually talked to the characters, that Amren is a former mercenary, I believe. If I'm recalling what happened last time correctly. I don't think he's actually currently a mercenary. He's, you know, put the sword away, so to speak, in order to be with his family more, you know. But still, the way she acted was a little rough. But it's more understandable now, right? Because, like, if he's not even doing mercenary work anymore and he's not using the sword as a mercenary, it's, you know, it's just a family heirloom. Not a particularly good one, but just a family heirloom, then yeah, it would be a little, not ridiculous, but spending a lot of time and money and resources and potentially manpower to go after a sword stolen by a bunch of bandits when you yourself are no longer a mercenary. It's less excusable, I guess. I don't know. I'd say if there's anybody who would be fine with doing such a thing, it is a former mercenary, you know? Like, if you're gonna have any sort of character in a story who has to recover his family's stolen, you know, heirloom from bandits, a mercenary would be a good pick. So I should think that if he just gets a couple of good guys to back him up, he should be fine if he used to make his living as a mercenary. But I guess she doesn't see it that way. And that's okay, because we are here to do the job for them. Smack! Gimme. Alright, the cave should be just up here. Look at those mountains. Hey, we can see your Vasker from here. It's that Viking longboat, longhouse thing. Hello.
Give up when you still can.
You fucker, and you're blocking. Okay, and that one's an archer. Note to Rodolphe. I'll have to read that in a moment here. Ow! Fuck you, guy. I just remembered what the other mod was that I installed. I want to say it was like a magic mod or something like that, because it was required for the perk overhaul I installed. So... Oof! Get smacked. Alright, note to Rodolphe. Rodolphe, your little stunts try my patience. I know my uncle has issues, but he is our watchman and you will respect him. No more sneaking in and out. No more games with his ledger or nails on his chair. One more joke and you'll see how funny a day in the cage can be. Hajvar. Hajvar? Yeah. Interesting. Wonder what that's about. So Rodolphe was apparently playing pranks on this guy's uncle, who is the watchman. Come on. Open the fuck up. What are you... Alright, there we go. So we're gonna go... Oh, give me a second. Alright, sorry about that. I just had a phone call. My dad is coming into town to spend the night because we're having a blizzard right now, and he's not sure if he's going to be able to make it into town for work tomorrow. So, you know, might as well be in town where it's easier to get here rather than having to drive through who knows what kind of road conditions tomorrow. So at some point, he will probably arrive here during the stream. I might have to pause it for a bit to go talk with him. Just keep that in mind. Tomatoes. Potatoes. Yeah, whatever. Ah. We've got one bandit. Okay, and then I just got a text from him reacting to something in a text message. I think he might have fat fingered something because he's driving right now. I'm not going to spend time looking in every barrel.
Who's there? Rodolphe? That you?
What the fuck? Dad, what are you doing? What are you just... I'm sorry, but... Okay. Oh god. What is that? What are you doing? Okay. Okay, let me explain what's happening. My dad, I don't know what the hell is going on his end. I don't know what his... I'm assuming... Oh god, it's still coming. I'm sorry, he's got like an Android Auto thing. God damn it, Dad. That has like I'm assuming it's connected to his phone so that he can, you know, talk over the phone with it and what have you. And he like it's still going. I don't know what buttons he's pressing, right? But he accidentally sent a thumbs up reaction to like a shitload of our previous texts, his and mine. And he's like manually going through and removing them, but every time he does it and or removes it, it basically reposts the whole text that it's attached to.
Hey, somebody get down here.
God damn it! Yeah. God. And he just, oh god. And every time it would send me like a whole ass new text. If that is not the most confused boomer-esque thing. Oh god. Oh, that was so fucking funny. I just got like 20 messages in the last 2 minutes. It's great. Love it.
Who's there? Rodolphe? That you?
Yeah, that's me.
Boss was looking for you, said he'd be up at the summit. Better not keep him waiting.
Yeah, so, that was Ulfur the Blind, it looks like. He can't see for shit. What's his book say? Uh-huh. Let's play the audiobook. The audiobook is just the sound of a bunch of pages turning. Nice. Excellent. I'm just gonna stop that. Good. Love it. I didn't even know that was something that you could do with the audiobook mod. Glad it's not just me. Haha. No, that's the first time he's ever done that. That's why I was laughing so hard. So anyway, this guy is the blind uncle of the bandit up ahead, so, that's what I think about that. fur armor, got some mugs, and got some junk lying around. Imp stool. Lots of mushrooms in here.
What was that?
Hello!
Over here. Not so fast.
Already. Fuck you and your stupid wizard magic. Got some wine. A lockpick. Some potion. Put a shirt on, please. Holy shit. Okay. And an alchemy table. Very nice. Do we have some good ingredients? Can we make something decent? Gonna need that. Yeah, sure, why not? All you need is Mom pocket calling you. She has pocket called me like 3 or 4 times in the last week or two alone. Twice at work, mind you.
Is someone there?
Is someone there? Yes, me.
Found.
Bitch, get over here. Stop smacking your shield and get over here. You're not gonna take my stuff. You. One of these days, I want to see if I could deflect an arrow with my weapon. We leveled up. Let's get a little bit of healing experience before we do that. There we go. We're probably just going to keep power leveling health for the time being, just so that we can get more bang for our buck, as it were. Get the battle axe perk. That's a pretty good perk there too. But I think we should invest a little bit more into heavy armor right now, just so that we can start getting that soon. Because eventually here we're going to be able to get some really nice health regen stuff going. We want to get that as soon as possible. Now, I will bring up again, we are not using the vanilla perks anymore. We're using a mod for that. Because I don't like the vanilla perks. They're boring, they're stale, and like a ton of them are just, your armor is 20% better. And there's 5 levels to it, so it's like, you know, you have to put 5 perk points just to get double the armor, I guess. Even though you could have just applied that to the skill leveling up incrementally as it is. You could have just made it so that for every 1 level of your armor stat, your armor protects you 1% better. Instead, they put it into a fucking perk and make you waste points on it. And it's just, there's so many perks like that. Damage perks, and like potion perks and shit, and it's all just kind of boring. And I thought about using a perk overhaul called Ordinator, but Ordinator is just too big. There's too many perks, and there's too much crazy shit you can do with it. But the one that we got right now is Vanilla Plus is how I would describe it. It's very close to being vanilla without being as boring as vanilla. And this is our guy that we need to kill. Along with calling Kathy a few times. Nice. Very nice. He just fucking slammed us with that shit. We need to get more stamina eventually here. Ajvar's journal. And Iron Hand Gauntlets. Two-handed attacks do 15% more damage. Yes! Little worse armor because mine are upgraded, but it'll make our weapon do more damage, which is more important. Coin purse. Got some potions, and we can read Hajvar's journal. Let's listen to the audiobook for this one.
Hajvar's Journal by Hajvar Ironhand. A journal relaying the White River Bandit gang's problems. Pickings have been good these past few weeks. Must be because of the war. Lots of merchants and cowards looking for somewhere to curl up and hide from all the fighting. I've told the men to ease the burden on these poor souls by relieving them of all that gold they're carrying. Guard patrols along the road are way up. We can barely set foot outside. Travelers must have complained to the Jarl. It looks like the guard isn't ready to move against us yet, but the pressure is getting to the men. I'm having Rajir keep watch with Ulfir now. That should shut them up about our security. Damn that Valgruf. A mutiny among my men? I can hardly believe it. Thank the gods Ulfir heard of it in time. He may be blind, but he's not deaf. I killed Anjor myself. A couple of the others ran for it, but we hunted them down quick enough. Only Issa and Rajir got away. Good riddance. There's rumor of a dragon attack on Helgen. A dragon? Hardly. More likely just a story made up by some idiot frightened out of his wits by the war. In any case, the guards seem to have pulled back to the city, so we've been able to run a few decent raids again. One of the merchants had some odd cargo, bunch of pelts and animals, including a wolf. I let the men roast the other animals. The wolf I saved. Be handy to have a guard dog like that, if we could just train him a little.
And so that was the audiobook. Going forward, we can either, listen to more of them or just have me read it. You'll note that he kind of was a little rambly, and that's because it's just a personal journal that we listened to. It wasn't an actual book with chapters and pauses between those chapters. But here, we have some actual books, such as The Hope of the Whiterun, this is a book about Dunmer lore, so we're going to listen to this one.
The Hope of the Whiterun by Turiel Neareth, a tale of a child blessed by a prophecy and the interpretation thereof. One of the few magical arts the Psijics of Artaeum have kept to themselves, away from the common spells and schools of the Mages Guild, is the gift of divination. Despite this, or perhaps because of it, omens and prophecies abound in Tamriel, some of substance, others of pure folly, and still others so ambitious as to be unverifiable. There are still other prophecies kept secret, from the prophecies of Drogizad in Elsewhere and the Nerevarine in Morrowind, to the Elder Scrolls themselves. The Nord nobility have a tradition of having omens read for their children. In general, these readings are of the obscure variety. One of my acquaintances told me that her parents were told, for example, that their daughter would have her life rescued by a snake, and so gave her the name Serpentkin in a special ceremony. And this young lady, Aria Valkyr Serpentkin, was indeed saved by a snake many years later, when an assassin creeping up on her stepped on a Dawn's Worm Viper. Occasionally, omens seem to be almost purposefully misleading, as if Boethia has crafted them as traps. I recall one particularly. Many years ago, a male child was born into the House Whiterun. It was a very difficult birth, and the mother was delirious and near death by the time it was over. She chanted just as her son came into the world, and she passed from it. Fortune has smiled this day, not frowned. My child will be mighty in mind and in awe. He shall bring hope to House Whiterun. Neither spell nor blade shall hurt this man, nor illness nor poison cause any harm. His blood shall never drop onto the ground. The boy, named Andis, was indeed extraordinary. He was never ill, and never suffered so much as a scratch all through his childhood. He was also quite intelligent and strong, which, combined with his invulnerability, caused many to call him, after his mother's omen, the Hope of the Whiterun. Of course, anyone who was called the Hope of the Whiterun will eventually develop some taint of impertinence, and it wasn't long before he had enemies. His worst enemy was his cousin Aethan, who had borne much abuse at the hands of Andis. Primary among the grudges was that Ethan had been sent to Rehab to complete his education at Andis's insistence. When Ethan returned from Hammerfell, it was because of the death of his father, who had been a counselor of the house. Ethan was old enough to take his seat in the council, but Andis claimed the seat as well, saying that his cousin had been gone too long from Morrowind and didn't understand politics as he did. The majority of the house agreed with Andis, wanting to see the hope of Whiterun rise quickly. Ethan exercised his right to combat his cousin for the seat. No one thought he had any chance of winning, of course, but the battle was scheduled to commence the following morn. Andis whored and dined and drank with the counselors that night, confident that his place in the house was secure and the hopeful new dawn of House Whiterun was rising. Ethan retired to his castle with his friends, Andis's enemies, and his servants he had brought with him from Hammerfell. Ethan and his friends were discussing the duel morosely when one of his old teachers, a warrior called Shardy, came into the hall. She had grown quite proud of her student over the years in Hammerfell, proud enough to accompany him across the Empire to his family's lands, and wanted to know why they had so little confidence in his odds in the battle. They explained to her Andis's uncommon blessings and the nature of his mother's omen. "If he can't be harmed by poison, disease, magicka, and his blood can never be spilled, what hope have I of ever besting him?" cried Ethan. "Have you remembered nothing I taught you?" replied Shardy. "Is there no weapon you can think of that will slay without blood? Are swords and spears and arrows the only items in your arsenal?" Ethan quickly realized the weapons Shardy was speaking of, but it seemed absurd. Not only absurd, but pathetic and primitive. Still, it was the only hope he had. All that night, Shardy trained him in the art and techniques, showing him the various swings and stances her people had developed in Albion Gora, counterattacks, feints, and blocks imported from Yakuta, a classic one, and two-handed grips for the most ancient weapon in history. The cousins faced one another the next morning, and never have two combatants looked so unevenly matched. Andis's entrance brought a great cheer, for not only was he much beloved as the hope of Whiterun, but as his victory was a foregone conclusion, most wanted to be in good standing with him. His shining mail and blade drew admiration and awe. By contrast, Ethan drew a gasp of surprise and only a smattering of polite applause. He appeared costumed and armed like a barbarian. As Shardy had suggested, Ethan allowed Andis to attack first. The hope of the Whiterun was eager to finish the battle and to take the power he deserved quickly. The blade pushed by Andis's mighty arm slashed across Ethan's chest, but shallowly, and before it could counterswing, Ethan knocked it back with his own weapon. When Ethan attacked and wounded Andis, the hope of the Whiterun was so surprised by being hurt for the first time in his life, he dropped his sword. The less said about the end of the battle, the better. Suffice it to say that Ethan, wielding a simple club, battered Andis to death without spilling a drop of blood. Ethan took his father's seat as counselor, and it was then said that the hope in the omen referred to Ethan, not Andis. After all, had Andis not tried to take the counselor's seat away from his cousin Ethan? Being not very ambitious, he might have never tried to get it. It can certainly be argued that way, I suppose.
So, we just listened to a story of Dunmer Elf, a dark elf, who was apparently from birth invulnerable, but he was beaten by a simple wooden club. Oh, you don't want to use frost magic. That won't work so well on me. Yeah, and yet here you are using frost magic. Yeah, see, that don't work so good. Ooh, water breathing. And we'll take this too. Petty soul. Restoration. Nice. Yeah, bit of a long read. But I enjoy that one. It doesn't really make sense though, because if you've ever seen like a boxing match where, you know, people get the shit beat out of them, they do bleed. That's a blunt weapon. Bare hand, fist, that's blunt. But they're still bleeding, you know? I get the point of the story, but, you know, doesn't entirely make sense. So, I decided instead that we're gonna just go straight towards trying to deal with Broken Fang Cave. And we're just gonna hope that we don't contract vampirism while we're there. And also that we don't just immediately die. Because the vampires use blood magic, and that shit, I can't resist that shit. Those necromancers back there, easy to beat the shit out of them. Because they're using frost magic on a Nord. Good luck. But vampires are a little different. I think some of them use frost magic too, but a lot of them use blood magic. And I want to say the one that's in that cave we're going to is a master vampire, so we might not be able to actually take him right now. We might have to come back to him at a later date. Which is wild, because this is the first quest the companions gave me, is go fight a fucking vampire. Okay. Oh man, I really hope I don't get rock joint on the way down there. Look at all the fireflies flying around. Very beautiful. Got some Luna moths as well. The unfortunate thing about torch bugs is that although they have a restore stamina effect in ingredients for alchemy, if you try and mix them with purple mountain flowers, the other main stamina regen ingredient, it'll just make like a poison instead, because for some odd reason it just goes straight to being a poison from what ingredients there are in the... What the fuck are we looking at here? Is there like... Yeah, there's a bunch of skeletons running around. Better take care of this. Yeah, you see, you don't want to do that. How are you not dead? Die. There we go. Come on. Let me get my stamina back. Easy. Easy game. Wonder what's up here. It looks like the site of a necromantic ritual that has gone wrong. Very interesting. What have we got? Spell tome. Conjure skeleton minion. Alright. Liminal bridges. Should I read this one, or should I play the audiobook for it? I don't remember what Liminal Bridges is about. Judging by the cover, it has to do with something Oblivion related. Man, the night sky in this mod list is so beautiful. Sometimes I forget how pretty this game can be with just slightly up-resed textures and models and such. A little bit of light tweaks here or there. You don't need an ENB that sets your frame rate at, 12 FPS or models with more polygons than what's present in Quake. Audiobook is fine. Audio, it's just cool listening to the accents too sometimes. Okay, we can play the audiobook. Where is it? Gave us conjuration level too. Nice.
Liminal Bridges by Camille V. of Elinor. A discourse on the theory and praxis of traveling between Mundus and Oblivion. Transliminal passage of quickened objects or entities without the persistent agency of hyperagonal media is not possible, and even if possible would result in instantaneous retransmission of the transported reference. Only a transpontine circumpenetration of the limen will result
I
in
hope you
transits
folks are
of
enjoying
greater
this,
than
because I don't
infinitesimal
understand what he's
duration.
saying.
Though other hyperagonal media may exist in theory, the only known transliminal artifact capable of sustained transpontine circumpenetration is the Sigil Stone. A Sigil Stone is a specimen of pre-mythic quasi-crystalline morpholiths that has been transformed into an extra-dimensional artifact through the arcane inscription of a Daedric sigil. Though some common morpholiths like soul gems may be found in nature, the exotic morpholiths used to make sigil stones occur only in pocket voids of oblivion and cannot be prospected or harvested without Daedric assistance. Therefore, since both the morpholiths and the Daedric sigils required for hyperagonal media cannot be obtained without traffic and commerce with Daedra lords, it is necessary that
Yeah, I don't know about this guy though. Do you want me to stop and actually read it myself? Because
no purpose-built
like,
enchantments may be substituted if the
I'm
mechanic
just gonna
has
stop
sufficient invocatory skill. Traffic and commerce.
No shade to this guy. It's just a combination of his accent and the really big and weird words that make it a little tough to understand him. How long is this book? Oh, it's not that long. I could probably get through it. Transliminal passage of quickened objects or entities without the persistent agency of hyperagonal media is not possible, and even if possible, would result in instantaneous retromission of the transported reference. Only a transpontant circumpenetration of the liminal will result in the transits of greater than infinitesimal duration. You see what part of the problem was? I mean, you know, to be fair to that guy, he was going. He was reading those words off and he was just saying it. He wasn't stuttering. He wasn't like mouth mush or nothing. Couldn't understand his accent very well. I think if he had like a normal story that he was reading, I probably would have understood him a lot better. But the combination of that with these fucking words. It's okay, let's go through another paragraph here. Though other hyperagonal media may exist in theory, the only known transliminal artifact capable of sustained transpontine circumpenetration is the Sigil Stone. A Sigil Stone is a specimen of pre-mythic quasi-crystalline morpholith that has been transformed into an extra-dimensional artifact through the arcane inscription of a Daedric sigil. Though some common morpholiths, like soul gems, may be found in nature, the exotic morpholiths used to make sigil stones occur only in pocket voids of oblivion, and cannot be prospected or harvested without Daedric assistance. Therefore, since both morpholiths and the Daedric sigils required for hyperagonal media cannot be obtained without traffic and commerce with Daedric lords, it is necessary that a transliminal mechanic cultivate a working knowledge of conjuration. So purpose-built enchantments may be substituted if the mechanic has sufficient invocatory skill. Traffic and commerce with Daedra lords is an esoteric but well-established practice, and lies outside the compass of this treatise. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is a book on how to open a gate to oblivion, basically. Which is hell, effectively. It's not literally hell, but it's where, like, the different demon lords, otherwise known as Daedric lords, have their various realms that are specific to their nature, right? I'm not gonna read the rest of that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. But here we are, covered in blood and walking into a vampire lair, so let's see how this goes for us. Howdy there, madam. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Talos? Bunch of skeletons. Get fucked. Fuck you, eat shit, cry about it. Alright. Now, unfortunately, as you can probably tell by that quest marker pointing to the west of us, our job is not done here. That one vampire was not the target. Good job reading that mumbo jumbo. I know. Every so often you'll come across some shit like that where it's written in such a way so that it's supposed to be confusing, because it's like that is a sort of book that a mage would be reading, right? Not what's our character's name again? We have a what's his name again? Throngvar Shieldbreaker. Yeah, it's not something that Throngvar would be reading. Oh no! Our pick broke. Oh no! Our pick broke. There we go. Gold, Iron Sword of Frost. Ooh, nice. I'm actually going to tactically save that level up for the fight here with the vampire in case our health gets low. I did just save it, right? Yeah, okay. So if our health gets low, I'm going to level up, and that'll heal us up to full. Oh, he's asleep! Why are you sleeping at night? You're a vampire! What are you doing, guy? Get headbutted to death! Oh, man. Imagine being a master vampire, asleep, cozy, safe and sound in your lair, just having a little snoozy poo, and then a big-ass blonde Nord barbarian comes barreling into your room and starts smacking you awake, and then headbutts you to death. Ah, get fucked. Alright, so this is his lair. You can tell because there's people parts everywhere. And he's got a dead bandit that he probably sucked. Frostbite venom. Salt pile. Give me the salt pile. Oh, the Wolf Queen. Bro was sleeping. Yeah, what the fuck was he sleeping for anyway? He's a vampire. And it's nighttime. We're gonna read this because the Wolf Queen, if I remember correctly, is like the psychotic bitch queen of Skyrim from, you know, however many centuries ago.
The Wolf Queen.
Hey, that's this guy again. Nice.
Waginyar, Life of Queen Potema, Book 1. From the pen of the 1st century, 3rd era sage Montakai. 3rd era 63. In the autumn tide of the year, Prince Pelagius, son of Prince Uriel, who was son of the Empress Kintyra, who was niece of the great Emperor Tiber VII, came to the high rock city-state of Camor to pay court to the daughter of King Bulstead. Her name was Quintilla, the most beauteous prince in Tamriel, skilled at all the maidenly skills, and an accomplished sorceress. 11 years a widower, with a young son named Antiochus, Pelagius arrived at court to find that the city-state was being terrorized by a great demon werewolf. Instead of wooing, Pelagius and Quintilla together went out to save the kingdom. With his sword and her sorcery, the beast was slain, and by the powers of mysticism, Quintilla chained the beast's soul to a gem. Pelagius had the gem made into a ring and married her. But it was said that the soul of the wolf stayed with the couple until the birth of their first child. The 3rd era...
He came in like a paralysis demon, yeah.
Solitude has arrived, your majesty, whispered the steward Balbus. Right in the middle of dinner, muttered the emperor weakly. Tell him to wait. No, father. It's important that you see him, said Pelagius, rising. You can't make him wait and then give him bad news. It's undiplomatic. Don't go there. You're much better at diplomacy than I am. We should have all the family here, Emperor Uriel II added, suddenly aware how few people were present at his dinner table. Where's your mother? The sleeping with the archpriest of Kynarath, Pelagius would have said. But he was, as his father said, diplomatic. Instead, he said, let's pray. And your brother and sister. Amiel is in first hold, meeting with the Archmagister of the Mages. And Galana, though he won't be telling this to the ambassador, of course, is preparing for her wedding to the Duke of Narcissus. Since the ambassador expects her to be marrying his patron, the King of Solitude, instead, we'll tell him that she's at the spa, having a cluster of pestilent boils removed. Tell him that, and he won't press too hard for the marriage, politically expedient though it may be. Pelagius smiled. You know how queasy Nords are about warty women. Dash it. I feel like I should have some family around, so I don't look like some old fool despised by his nearest and dearest, growled the Emperor, correctly suspecting this to be the case. What about your wife? Where's she and the grandchildren? But Quintilla's in the nursery with Sepphoris and Magnus. Antiochus is probably whoring around the city. I don't know where Potema is, probably in her studies. I thought you didn't like children around. I do during meetings with ambassadors in damp staterooms, sighed the Emperor. They lend an air of, I don't know, innocence and civility. Ah, show the blasted ambassador in, he said to Balbus. Potema was bored. It was the rainy season in the Imperial Province, wintertide, and the streets and the gardens of the city were all flooded. She could not remember a time when it was not
What
raining.
is that
Had it
emote?
been only days, or had it been weeks or months since the sun shone? There was no judging of time
emoji,
anymore in
whatever
the
you want
constant
to call it.
flickering torchlight of the palace, and as Potema walked through marble and stone hallways, listening to the pelting of the rain, she could think nothing but that she was bored. Astefe, her tutor, would be looking for her now. Ordinarily, she did not mind studying. Rote memorization came easily to her. She quizzed herself as she walked down through the empty ballroom. When did Orsinium fall? First era, 980. Who wrote Tamrielian tractates? Kosei. When was Tiber Septim born? Second era, 288. Who is the current king of Daggerfall? Morton, son of Gothriel. Who is the current Sylvanar? Varbarenth, son of Varbaril. Who is the warlord
That's
of
a
Lilmoth?
vampire down there, I think.
Question. It's a lady, Iowa. What will I get if I'm a good girl and don't get into any trouble, when my tutor says I'm an excellent student? Mother and father will renege on their promise to buy me a Daedric katana of my own, saying they never remembered that promise, and it's far too expensive and dangerous for a girl her age. There were voices coming from the Emperor's stateroom. Her father, her grandfather,
Vampire.
and a man with a strange accent, a Nord. Potema moved a stone she had loosened behind a tapestry and listened in. Let us be frank, Your Imperial Majesty, came the Nord's voice.
Of course this one got me.
Doesn't care if Princess Galana looked like an orc. He wants an alliance with the Imperial family, and you agreed to give him Galana,
It's a
to give
painter.
back the
Oh,
millions
okay.
of gold he gave to you to quell the Khajiit rebellion in Torval. This was the agreement you swore to honor. I remember no such agreement, came her father's voice. Can you, my liege? There was a mumbling noise that Potema took to be her grandfather, the ancient emperor. Perhaps we should take a walk to the Hall of Records. My mind may be going. The Nord's voice sounded sarcastic. I distinctly remember your seal being placed on the agreement before it was locked away. Of course, I may verily be mistaken. We will send a page to the hall to get the document you refer to, replied her father's voice, with the cool, soothing quality he used whenever he was about to break a promise. Potema knew it well. She replaced the loose stone and hurried out of the ballroom. She knew well how slowly the pages walked, used to running errands for a doddering emperor. She could make it to the Hall of Records in no time at all. The massive ebony door was locked, of course, but she knew what to do. A year ago, she caught her mother's Bosmer maid pilfering some jewelry, and in exchange for her silence, forced the young woman to teach her how to. Potema pulled 2 pins off her red diamond brooch and slid the first into the first lock, holding her hand steady, and memorizing the pattern of tumblers and grooves within the mechanism. Each lock had a geography all its own. The lock to the kitchen larder, 6 free tumblers, a frozen 7th, and a counterboard. She had broken into that just for fun. If she had been a poisoner, the whole Imperial household would be dead by now, she thought, smiling. The lock to her brother Antiochus' secret stash of Khajiit pornography, just 2 free tumblers.
Excuse me?
Pathetic poisoned quill trap, easily dismantled with pressure on the counterweight. That had been a profitable score. It was strange that Antiochus, who seemed to have no shame, proved so easy to blackmail. She was, after all, only 12, and the differences between the perversions of the cat people and the perversions of the Cyrodiils seemed pretty academic. Still, Antiochus had to give her the diamond brooch, which she treasured. She had never been caught. Not when she broke into the Archmage's study and stole his oldest spellbook. Not when she broke into the guest room of the King of Ghislaine and stole his crown the morning before Magnus's official
Okay.
ceremony.
You probably
It
can't
became
see
too
it very
easy to
well,
find
but I
your
see the
family
red eyes
was
in the dark. I know what's gonna
Here
happen
was
here.
a document the Emperor wanted for a very important meeting. She would get it first.
Yep.
But this,
Good job.
This was the hardest lock she ever opened. Over and over, she massaged the tumblers, gently pushing aside the forked clamp that snatched at her pins, drumming the counterweights.
It took her nearly half a minute
A
to
lot of
break through the
vampires
door
out
to the
today.
Hall of
What
Records,
the hell is going
where
on
the
with
Elder
that?
Scrolls were housed. The documents were well organized by year,
Wait, what?
province, and kingdom. And it took Potema only a short while
What do you mean,
to
wait,
find the
what?
promise of marriage between Uriel Septim II, by the grace of the gods, Emperor of the Holy Cyrodiilic Empire of Tamriel, and his daughter, the Princess of Galana, and His Majesty King Mantiarco of Solitude. She grabbed her prize and was out of the hall with the door well locked before the page was even in sight. Back in the ballroom, she loosened the stone and listened eagerly to the conversation within. For a few minutes, the three men, the Nord, the Emperor, and her father just spoke of the weather and some boring diplomatic details. Then there was the sound of footsteps and a young voice, the page. Your Imperial Majesty, I have searched the Hall of Records and cannot find the document you asked for. There, you see, came Potema's father's voice. I told you it didn't exist. But
This
I
goofy
saw it.
story.
The Nord's voice was furious. I was there when my liege and the Emperor signed it. I was there. I hope you aren't doubting the word of my father, the sovereign emperor of all Tamriel. Not when there's now proof that you must have been mistaken. Pelagius's voice was low, dangerous. Of course not, said the Nord, conceding quickly. But what will I tell my king? He is to have no connection with the imperial family, and no gold returned to him as the agreement, as he and I believe the agreement to be? We don't want any bad feelings between the Kingdom of Solitude and us, came the Emperor's voice, rather feeble, but clear enough. What if we offer King Mantiarco our granddaughter instead? Potema felt the chill of the room descend on her. The Princess Potema, is she not too young? Asked the Nord. She is 13 years old, said her father. That's old enough to wed. She would be an ideal mate for your king, said the Emperor. She is, admittedly, from what I see of her, very shy and innocent, but I'm certain she would quickly grasp the ways of court. She is, after all, a scepter. I think she would be an excellent Queen of Solitude. Not too exciting, but noble. The granddaughter of the Emperor is not as close as his daughter.
Are you
said
feeling
the Nord,
sick?
rather miserably.
You found it.
But
I've
I
been
don't
looking
see
for
how
that
we
blade
can
for
refuse the offer.
Thank you.
I'll send word to my king.
Here, my father
You
had a
have our
favorite
leave,
sword and
said
shield
the
technique.
Emperor, and Potema
I can
heard
teach
the
it
sound of
to
the
you.
Nord
Honor
leaving the
his
stable.
memory.
Tears
I
streamed
ain't
down
asking
Potema's
for
eyes.
much.
She knew who the King of Solitude was from her studies, Mantiarco, 62 years old and quite fat. And she knew how far Solitude was, and how cold, in the northernmost clime. Her father and grandfather were abandoning her to the barbaric Nords. The voices in the room continued talking. Well acted, my boy. Now, make sure you burn that document, said her father. My prince? Asked the page's querulous voice. The agreement between the Emperor and the King of Solitude, you fool. We don't want its existence known. My prince, I told the truth. I couldn't find the document in the Hall of Records. It seems to be missing. By Lord Khan, roared her father. Why is everything in this palace always misplaced? Go back to the hall and keep searching until you find it. Potema looked at the document. Millions of gold pieces promised to the Kingdom of Solitude in the event of Princess Galana not marrying the king. She could bring it into her father, and perhaps as a reward he would not marry her to Mantiarco. Or perhaps not. She could blackmail her father and the Emperor with it, and make a tidy sum of money. Or she could produce it when she became Queen of Solitude to fill her coffers and buy anything she wanted. More than a Daedric katana, that was for certain. So many possibilities, Potema thought, and she found herself not bored anymore.
So, that story was about the eventual Queen Potema of Solitude. I'm gonna pray to Talos to get rid of the vampire filth that infected my body. And she, in that story, was only 13 years old. Princess of the Cyrodiilic Empire, getting effectively sold off to be the wife of a 60-year-old fat old Nord, who's the King of Solitude. Now, to give you an idea of her character, obviously this is shocking and frustrating and annoying to her. She's afraid, she feels a chill run up her spine, but then she immediately starts thinking about, okay, how do I use this document to blackmail my father and grandfather and get a bunch of money? That's the sort of character we're gonna see with the Wolf Queen of Solitude. Them ye old times. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I need to, take off my armor and reset it to get rid of this blood or something, because, There we go. Holy shit. And my gloves are still covered in blood, too. There, we good? We good? Alright, cool. Farkas? Why are you just standing staring at the doors? Are you disassociating? What are you looking at? What? It is 2 in the morning in game right now. Hello? Okay, now he's looking at me. Revenge is sweeter than Christmas. He's got dog brain. He's got that dog in him.
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts.
Now bear in mind, we have to go through a ton of quests in order to get higher up in the companions and show our worth. We've only done one so far. This is the first one they sent us on. We went and we killed a vampire in his sleep. I've taken care of that problem, Farkas.
Another job well done. Your payment is secure, and you have my thanks.
100 gold, yay. I'm looking for work.
Skjor was looking for you earlier.
What does he want?
Don't know. He just said he needed to talk to you before you do anything else. I don't like making him angry, but there is some work for you if you want it.
Okay, we've done one task for them. And Skjor, one of the higher-ups in the circle, the guy that we can only talk to once we get higher up in the circle, wants to talk to us after doing one job. He's waiting for you to walk through the door, but you already did. I used the back door. Just the back entrance. But yeah, now... They implied that we had to do a little bit more work before we talked to Skjor, but now he's talking to us, so I wonder what's up. Please tell me this man is actually asleep. Thank God he's acting like a normal person. Hey, how you doing?
There you are.
You wanted to see me?
I did. Your time, it seems, has come.
What do you mean?
Last week, a scholar came to us. He said he knew where we could find another fragment of Whiterun. He seemed a fool to me, but if he's right, the honor of the companions demand that we seek it out.
Bruh, I've done one job for you guys, and you guys want me to go on this mission. What does this have to do with me?
This is a simple errand, but the time is right for it to be your trial. Carry yourself with honor, and you'll become a true companion.
I wasn't a companion
Marcus
yet?
will be your shield sibling on this venture.
Huh?
He'll answer any questions you have. Try not to disappoint, or to get him killed.
But Farkas told me, welcome to the companions. I thought I was a companion. What? Do you see where the problem is starting to rise with the writing in this questline? Like, we've done one quest as a companion for Farkas here. And we're already being put on we're getting a trial quest to see if we can rank up already.
I hope you've readied yourself.
Going to be my shield brother?
So I'm told. Let's see if you impress. Until
Alright.
next time.
Let's get after it, I guess. No time like the present, as they say. But before we head out, we're gonna take a nap. We're gonna go sell a bunch of bullshit that we picked up along our journey. I'll just close my door real quick in case, you know, my dad comes home and I don't end up bothering him with my talking. Alright. After we do this quest, we are going to probably continue the actual main quest line for a little bit. Hey, is that Danica? Danica Pearspring.
It's a shame, isn't it?
You're a priestess of Kinnereth? Yeah. Are you a priestess of Kinnereth?
Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days.
Tell me about this tree.
This is the Gildergreen. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kinnereth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days.
What's so special about this tree?
To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo.
Is there any way to revive the tree?
I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal.
What kind of weapon would work?
Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself.
I'll get Nettlebane for you.
Your spirit is strong. Kinnereth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
So Kinnereth is actually an interesting character for the Nords. Because Kinnereth is the imperialization of the Nordic god Kyne. And Kyne was the wife of the human god, the trickster god. Well, he's the trickster god of the elves and the human god known as Shor in the human or Nordic pantheon. He's also known as Shazar, Lorcan, that's what the elves call him, and a couple of other things. But Shor was the god that, you know, put the wheel into motion to create reality, to create Tamriel, to create the Mundus. And he was killed in combat with some of the elven gods, namely Auriel and Trinimac killed him. And Kyne, being his warrior wife and now effectively the warrior widow, was actually the person who breathed the Nords out onto the world from the throat of the world up there. Or at least that's the Nord creation myth, is that they were breathed out into the world by Kyne herself. There's a lot of breath and wind sort of terminology that comes in with the Nordic religion in this game. And it's no accidents that the Nords are born from breath, you know, and they're also known to be, you know, they were the first people to really have access to the Way of the Voice, to be able to use dragon shouts and be able to breathe fire and destroy city walls with a simple yell. Now let's not join the fight, Farkas. That's a bit of a big fight for us right now. But yeah, Kyne is kind of like a goddess of nature and the wilds, and I don't know. I sometimes forget all of the stuff that's kind of in her domain, as it were. Fuck your crabs. Fuck your crabs. Yeah. Yeah, get over here. You're next. But yeah, Kyne and Kinnereth are... Well, we'll just say Kyne, because we're a strong son of Skyrim and not some imperial milk drinker. Kyne is an interesting god. Or goddess, I guess. All the Nordic gods are interesting. Alright, who's shooting at me? Who's doing it? Alright. I was gonna ignore you guys, but now I'm just gonna come up there and murder you all. Don't you run from me, bitch. Get fucked. Take your lockpicks. I'm hoping we find some books on the Nordic pantheon at some point. That would be cool. I'm not sure what books there are on such a topic,
Give up while you still can.
but I hope we find it.
What was that?
Gentlemen, I have come to rain on your parade. Very nice magic. Very cool. Nice try, little elf. Oh man, there's a lot of books and stuff here. I'm not gonna read any of them right now though, because I don't really feel like it. And the problem that I found with the audiobooks is that it kind of incentivizes me not to talk, you know? Because if I talk, I'm talking over the book, and there's no real way for me to pause it or resume if I, you know, pause it and come back to it. So it's kind of rough. I think we're mostly going to stick to me reading it or occasionally listening to the audiobooks as we're traveling from point to point. Wow, these are that good shit. I just realized, I said I was going to go sell a bunch of junk, and I didn't go and sell any junk. I was too busy talking about Kine. I got distracted by the priestess, and then I started talking about gods and shit. Damn it. That's fine. I found a backpack a while back. I might as well use it. Wait. Increases your stamina by 20 points. Nice! I should have been using that this whole time. We'll see how long this dungeon goes. If it goes to like 6 o'clock, we'll probably call it there. Or we'll finish the dungeon, but I want to end it at around 6. There's a dungeon nearby over here. Well, not a dungeon, but a little crypt full of skeletons. Some Jack Skellingmans. Ow! Fuck you. Howdy, how you doing? Bunch of nightshade. I think that's the first Draugr we've seen so far. Oh shit, it's a master lock. I'm not even gonna bother. I don't want to deal with that. Like if I were playing and I weren't on stream right now, I'd probably do it, but I don't. It's just master locks in this game are such a pain in the ass. Some spooky boys waiting for you. Yeah! Look at that. Good stuff. Come on. Give me that. There. Alright. Apparently, a fragment of Wuuthrad is in here, and I still don't know what Wuuthrad is, because nobody's explained it so far. Damn it. There we go.
Looks like someone's been digging here, and recently. Tread lightly.
Yeah. Let's see. Some bone meal and pickaxes and... Yeah, somebody has been digging here, huh? Lots of pickaxes. Plenty of dead Draugr, too.
Be careful around the burial stones.
Another point of health. Still waiting on heavy armor to get to a good point. You know what? Ooh, 25% better prices, yeah. I need to eventually go down here anyway, because we are going to be shouting at people at some point, so we're going to be going and using our shouts. So, while we're at it, we might as well get the better prices. Holy shit, this guy had a lot of shit on him. Hello! Sorry to wake you from your nap. Yeah. It's a shame that the ancient Nord weaponry that you find in the first dungeons are all iron. You could find better ones later on. And, you know, actually later on in the Companion's questline, I think, you can actually use the Skyforge to upgrade the basic ones to like a much better quality and make them, you know, actually usable more mid to late game, but until then, you're stuck with these shitty little iron trinkets, basically. Wait, that's right, we picked up some... that. Yeah. I don't know why I'm bothering to level up enchanting, other than to get free level ups. I don't really think I'm going to be doing any enchanting with this character.
Now look what you've gotten yourself into. No worries, just sit tight. I'll find the release. What was that?
It's time to die, dog. We knew you'd be coming here. Your mistake, companion.
Which one is that?
Doesn't matter. He wears that armor, he dies.
Killing you will make for an excellent story.
None of you will be alive to tell it.
Okay then.
I hope I didn't scare you.
What was that?
It's a blessing given to some of us. We can be like wild beasts. Fearsome.
You're going to make me a werewolf?
Oh no. Only the Circle have the beast blood. Prove your honor to be a companion. Eyes on the prey, not the horizon. We should keep moving. Still the Draugr to worry about.
Okay. Again, I'm confused. Am I a companion or not? You yourself told me welcome to the companions earlier. And now apparently I have to prove my honor to be a companion and join the Circle and become a fucking werewolf? What? What? Why werewolves? Who are these assholes? What? Gold. They look like bandits. Are these just bandits? Charred skeever hide. Potion of cure disease. A silver sword, I'll take that. Just in case, you never know. Yeah, they look like they're just bandits. But they seem to know Farkas. And they have like some sort of weird vendetta going on against the companions. And judging by the fact that they're called the Silver Hand, and the companions are apparently fucking werewolves, I think I know why they have a problem with the companions. It's just a damn shame that they're just regular ass bandits. Oh, get fucked. Now, some of them actually do come with books that they're carrying. And those books are important because they kind of have an implication in them. Like, why are these guys carrying these books, you know? But none of them have the books that I'm thinking of. So, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Wake up! Wake up! You're late for work, wake up. Howdy! Oh, is that a silver greatsword? Oh yeah, it's a silver one. Nice. I'll take that. That's one I can actually use.
Just die.
Holy shit. Yeah, a bunch of them are carrying potions of cure disease. Which, you know, makes me feel like they probably spend a lot of time fighting werewolves. And or vampires. Probably mostly werewolves, though, if I had to guess. Yeah. The Silver Hand as a faction is really disappointing when you stop and you take a look at it, because, like, so far, my options in the Companion's questline is to just... Oh, god damn it, another Master Lock. Or to just keep going up the rungs on the ladder and become a fucking werewolf in this faction that's supposed to be, like, honorable Nord warriors. And in the meantime, in the background of everything, there's this hostile group of maybe not bandits that are trying to kill the companions that are werewolves, and they're called the Silver Hand, and they carry a bunch of books called Songs of the Return, which, you know, relate to Ysgramor and his return from Mat Mora to go and slaughter the fucking elves. Oh, sweet. Okay. Gotta look at where the pick is positioned. It's close to there. Very close to there. Okay. Okay, so let's try like that. Yeah! Okay. But yeah, I just wish... There's like this implication that the Silver Hand really like Ysgramor a lot. But they fucking hate the Companions, which doesn't make sense, because the Companions are an offshoot of Ysgramor's group of companions that came back from Mat Mora in order to fight back the elves. So why wouldn't the Silver Hand like the Companions? Obviously, it's because they hate werewolves. Okay, but then why do they care so much about specifically the Companions? There's like this implication that they're this split faction off from the Companions. Like they used to be a portion of it, but once the once the werewolves got involved, they split off because they were vehemently opposed to that for obvious reasons. But we never get any of that. We never get any of that in the story. It's all subtle implications, if you want to call them subtle, and no actual development story-wise. Like, we don't actually meet any Silverhand that talk. We can't actually join them as a faction. We can't make choices in the companion storyline to bring them away from being a bunch of fucking werewolf fuckers. That is my frustration with the companion storyline. Like, if you want to be an honorable Nord warrior in Skyrim and join the Fighters Guild equivalent in Skyrim, you have to sell your soul to a Daedric prince and become a fucking werewolf. That is my problem with the companions. Now, that being said, we're actually joining them with the full intention of becoming a werewolf in this character. Although eventually I think we will cure him. It just, in the meantime, it'll be a nice little bonus because being a werewolf is very, very powerful. And it makes us immune to disease. I didn't mean to pick that up. Damn it. There we go. Ooh, an Orcish Warhammer. Okay, that is not an axe. I don't have a Warhammer perk, but it is a two-handed weapon. It only does 1 extra point of damage, though, and it swings a lot slower than my axe, so it'd be pointless to use it. It would actually lower my DPS.
Over here.
Hello. Get fucked. Okay. Cure disease potions. I think a lot of the ingredients they carry are also ingredients that, when mixed, create cure disease potions. Like the hawk feathers, I'm pretty sure the hawk feathers have cure disease. So they're very, very, very much trying to avoid becoming werewolves themselves.
Kill you if I have to.
I love that the enemies are able to shit-talk you mid-kill move. So you'll be like chopping their fucking head off and their head is still talking smack as it's flying away. Is someone there?
Time to end this little
I can't see what's going on. What happened? Okay. There's like a fight going on down there. Damn. Ah! I'm gonna save my level up for when I get 40 in my two-handed. Because then there's a perk I want to get. Okay.
Prepared to die.
Are you? Holy shit! I just slapped that guy and made him do a fucking spinneroonie. Alright, you don't get away with just shooting me with arrows and shit. There's our two-handed. At some point we need to put a point into restoration as well. Especially now that our health bar is getting a lot bigger. Battle axes do 3 times as much damage over time. Now we could actually take that. Or we could take this. Actually, a couple of different things that we could do right now. Yeah, let's take the damage. Yeah. I think this is the first Nordic burial crypt that we've entered thus far in this game. You better get used to it, because there's going to be a lot of these. Like, 60% of the dungeons we will find in this game are Nordic burial crypts. More lockpicking. That's something I need to put points in, is lockpicking, just to make this easier. More lockpicking. Damn it. There we go. Get some potions. Damn it. Vampire dusts. Frost salts. Give me the frickin' lots of ruined books that we can't read anymore, and probably in some ancient Nordic scripts that we wouldn't be able to decipher anyway. Dustman's Cairn key. We'll need that. I think we're pretty much at the end here. It's a skeever! We're to cut off all their tails and eat them. Got that. And where is... Did I pass it? Hanging moss, there we go. Yeah! Let's try mixing this with charred skeever hide. That might give us Potion of Cure Disease. Nice. Pick a couple of those. A bunch of stamina potions. Very nice. Holy shit, we got way too many potions. Yeah, okay. Hello.
This should be good.
I think your favorite part is coming up. Oh, we gotta pass through some webs. Oh, is that an egg sack I see? It's our boys! Let's go! Got a nice close-up for you and everything. Yeah, I think next level up I gotta start putting some points into restoration, because it costs too much to heal and I've got too big of a health bar to heal. Hey, how you doing? Drink some of our stamina restores. Did you like the spiders? By the way, did you like the spiders? The frostbite spider? Very nice. It's a dead guys. None of them ambulatory. And a big ass chamber. Not looking, didn't look. She loved it. Yeah, I know. I know she loved it. It's her favorite. It's funny that this is the first word wall we're going to look at before we even look at the one for the main quest. Word of power learned. Fire. Fire breath. Oh man. Yeah, after we're done with this dungeon, we're immediately going to start working on the main quest line so we can start getting dragon shouts. But we found our fragment of Wuuthrad. Now you hit me, dipshit. I do like this segment of the quest through the dungeon because we get like this fun little kind of fight club going on here. And we're absolutely stacked as it is right now, so we're plowing through these guys pretty easily. Though, to be fair, they're all like level 1 Draugr. Wonder if my silver greatsword would be doing more damage. We'll see. Any more? Is that it? What? Nope, that wasn't it. And almost one-shot that guy. And then one-shot that dude. So many dudes to fight. Holy shit. Whew. Look at all the bodies. Isn't that fun? Now you'll know we've cleared the dungeon when you hear that noise that just played. Got one more level up to put into health, and then from there we'll start leveling up stamina finally. Yeah, let's put a point into restoration. We're gonna try and get to level 20 restoration so we can get better healing. We got our fragments. We're back outside. It looks like... yeah. It's afternoon, evening time. The sun is starting to set. Let's go turn in this quest. Oh no, it's him!
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Okay, bye. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that shit. I was expecting a battle-hardened orc in Dawnguard armor to show up at this point, but I think I need one more level for that.
We need to get back to Jorvaskr.
Can you train me
I'll
to
show
be
you
better
what
at
I
heavy
can
armor?
about protecting yourself.
How much gold do we have? Yeah, let's give him as much as we can.
All right then.
We might visit Farkas a lot, because the armor skills always take forever to level up. So we might be talking to him a lot to train our heavy armor.
We've been awaiting your return.
Hello? Why were you waiting for me?
Come, follow me.
Oh, I should have said, why should I care? Damn it! The legend himself. Yeah, that fucking courier. Okay. We're all gathered here. It's the circle. What's going on?
Brothers and sisters of the Circle, today we welcome a new soul into our mortal fold. This man has endured, has challenged, and has shown his valor. Who will speak for him?
I stand witness to the courage of the soul before us.
Would you raise your shield in his defense?
I would stand at his back, that the world might never overtake us.
And would you raise your sword in his honor?
It stands ready to meet the blood of his foes.
And would you raise a mug in his name?
I would lead the song of triumph as our mead hall reveled in his stories.
Then the judgment of this circle is complete. His heart beats with fury and courage that have united the companions since the days of the distant green summers. Let it beat with ours, that the mountains may echo and our enemies may tremble at the call.
It shall be so.
What?
Well, boy, you're one of us now. I trust you won't disappoint.
Okay, am I a companion? Am I in the circle? Because those were the circle people. Am I a companion?
Take a look at it.
What?
I'm a warrior, not a
Who? We did 2 jobs. We killed a vampire, we watched Farkas turn into a werewolf, and then we killed a bunch of bandits in Draugr, and we got a piece of a broken axe. Spoilers. What? Huh? Am I in the circle now? What does it mean to be a companion, Codlac? What the fuck's going on?
Living such that your shield siblings would proudly say they fought at your side. Glory in battle, honor in life. Deal with problems head on. Leave whispers and sneaking to the gutter rats who can't fight for themselves.
Based. Why did you join the companions?
Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy.
Very cool. However, comma, why werewolves?
I see you've been allowed to know some secrets before your appointed time. No matter. Yes, it's true. Not every companion, though. Only members of the Circle all share the blood of the beast. Some take to it more than others.
What about you?
Well, I grow old. My mind turns towards the horizon, to Sovngarde. I worry that Shor won't call an animal to glory as he would a true Nord warrior. Living as beasts draws our souls closer to the Daedric Lord Hircine. Some may prefer an eternity in his hunting grounds, but I crave the fellowship of Sovngarde.
You're looking to cure yourself?
Yes, but it's no easy matter. But you don't need to share the worries of an old warrior. This day is to rejoice in your bravery. And speak to Yorland if you want a better weapon than whatever that is.
Hey, fuck you! I made this myself, you dick! It's not a bad weapon. My axe. I love my axe. Fucking asshole. L? What do you mean, fucking L? L me? I did not just take an L. I made this with my own blood, sweat, and piss. Damn it. Yes, I did quench the blade and piss. What of it? Okay, but whatever. We're, I guess, truly in the Companions now, but we had to be rung in by the Circle themselves.
I never thought they would actually let me join the Companions. But now it looks like they're letting anyone in these days.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I fucking hate these people. Holy shit. Well, she said you took an L. Damn it! Drogvar is taking L's and it's not fair. God.
You think I can be a member of the Circle someday? Don't worry about
I gotta find Yorland. Talk to him about getting a axe that is comparable to mine. A comparable axe. It's not better. Mine isn't worse.
Got a lot of steel to shape.
I was told you would have a weapon for me.
Yes, lad. You've been raised into the Companions, I hear. I can fashion whatever kind of weapon you want. Finest forge in Skyrim, right here before you.
I'll take a battle axe.
Just like Ysgramor himself.
Hell yeah. Let's see. We got ours, which does 42 damage, and his, which isn't even refined, and it does 43. It's bullshit. That's bullshit. It's not better. Okay, it's a little better. I'm getting it left and right. Damn, you're the lowest of the low in the guild. Fuck you! One day I will become Hokage.
Gods be praised.
Take my garbage, damn it. Yeah, fucking bows are for nerds. Oh shit, dragons, I forgot. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see, do you have any steel ingots? You don't have... You work at a forge where you make sky-forged steel, and all you have is iron. Fuck, bro. Alright, it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go get some steel to upgrade our stuff, and we're gonna start the next main quest. But we're probably gonna call it pretty soon here.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, even if you are my elder.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Please tell me you have
Finest
steel.
weapons and armor.
Yes, okay. I only need 2.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Now, the Silver Greatsword doesn't do as much damage as the Battle Axe. And the Battle Axe has bleed on it, but the Greatsword does more damage to ghosts and undead and lycanthropes, so it might be a nice thing to just have on hand, you know? How's our smithing looking? Journeyman smithing isn't until level 40. Damn it. And that's when we get steel plate? It's 40?
I don't claim to... Blades, helmets...
Let me see.
Pretty much anything to suit your needs. All right,
See what we can do. I think we can make a shitload of lockpicks. We can use steel ingots for it too? Nice. That's actually a decent amount of XP, too. Damn it, I didn't want that. Revive and people making it rough for you. Ah! Even the kid talking giraffe. Yeah, no. Don't worry, they'll learn. They'll all learn. We're gonna have so many lockpicks. Like, at this point, we might as well actually pick every lock we find, because how many lockpicks do I even have at this point? 465! Okay.
Got some good pieces. Take a look.
Now, I don't think you can actually make lockpicks normally. I want to say that's one of the mods that comes in this mod list that I'm using. But,
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
yeah. Somebody dropped a pot over there.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what...
Here's our last level of health. And we might as well take this so that we can temper all our shit better.
If not, but everything's... Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Sell him all of this trash. Huh. Got a bunch of books on us. It's all we can sell to him.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know.
Can I talk to her without stealing her shit, please?
I have several elixirs. Ah, so you're an alchemist then.
Why is this one better than this one? What? Yeah, whatever.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Let's go get some more steel, upgrade our weapons and armor, since we unlocked another tier of upgrades. And then we will... I guess from there we could just... Oh wait, Yorland has iron, I think.
Looking
So
to
we can
protect yourself or deal some damage?
make some more lockpicks. As many as we can afford.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Oh man, that's almost double the amount of damage that we started with today. On that battle axe. That shit's gonna be good. How does the Iron Hand gauntlets take iron? Are you kidding me? This is clearly a steel gauntlet. Whatever. Yorland has iron anyway, so we might as well just go up there and grab some. The next time we come into a town, we might actually see that orc that I mentioned earlier, and we might actually be able to start the Dawn Guard quest, which I don't know. We might do the Dawn Guard quest line, I'm not sure. For this character, I'm not sure. Well, you know what? Maybe. Maybe.
Got a lot of steel to... Gods be praised.
Take these because they're cheap. And I can buy him out all his iron. Good. Get this. There we go. And he doesn't have a table for upgrading armor here, so. Good. Love it. Lots of back and forth. We're almost done, though. You know what? We'd move a lot faster without any clothes on. There we go. Much better. Out of the way, little kid. There we go.
Put on some clothes, you damn fool.
Don't tell me what to do. Alright. There's that. And we can make a shitload of lockpicks. Still have a steel ingot? Ah, screw it, whatever. Alright, now let's go talk to the Jarl. While we run past the kids in our skivvies. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, you're not the lady I'm thinking of, are you?
Looking for my husband Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
Yeah, no. She has a much worse situation. She's married to Nazim. Oh, God. A fate worse than death, truly. Alright, we might as well get dressed. Look a little bit more presentable.
My lord,
what's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
I have news from Helgen about the dragon attack.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past.
But
But
you
it's none
mother...
of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, What exactly happened at Helgen?
The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw, it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem.
Good.
There is
steel
another
armor
thing you can do for me.
upgraded. So
Suitable
good.
for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Hey, how you doing?
Come to Dragon's Reach.
What are you
Take
for
a look.
sale? I don't need either of those. What I need is fast heal if you've got it. Fast heal. There we go. Jarl said you had a project you needed help with.
What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so.
Isn't it dangerous leaving filled soul gems near an unwarded tentacle?
Where? I would never...
Fucking amateur.
You are a fellow enchanter. Please forgive my earlier rudeness. I'm so often interrupted by visitors wandering in, I can occasionally become quite savage. Now, what did you say you wanted?
The Jarl said you had a project you needed help with.
Ah, indeed? The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Alright, where am I going, and what am I fetching?
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right?
Betters?
I, learned of a certain stone...
Why is everyone roasting me?
...in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. You know, if you've got the aptitude...
I see you've already met my new friend here.
Okay, well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm not fucking mad. It's fine. Let's see how fast this burns through Magicka. Very, very fast. That's how fast.
Anything we can use to fight this dragon.
But yeah, I'd say that's about where we're going to call it now. Because we've got our next quest lined up. We're going to go delve into another dungeon and find some sort of tablet. And when we get back from that quest, things are going to be happening. Lots of things are going to be happening. So yeah. Thank you for joining me. I may or may not be doing some more Skyrim tomorrow or later in the week, depending on how tired I am after work. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, I will see you all later. Adios.